Okay, it is 8:48 p.m. on November the 11th, 2020. The board did not take any vote or other action in closed meeting. The board has heard the complaint of the Texas Classroom Teachers Association. Do I hear a motion?
Yes, I put forth a motion to take action to uphold the ruling on the level 2 agreement.
Do I have a second? Petra? The motion by Charlie Garcia to uphold the less level agreement. It's been seconded by Petra Ramirez. Jerry, how do you vote? Jerry?
Aye.
Ms. Mendoza, how do you vote? Betty Mendoza.
Aye.
Petra Ramirez.
Aye.
Charlie Garcia.
Aye.
Patty Ocaña Olivares.
Aye.
Dr. Sonia Trevino. Okay. Minnie Rogers. Aye.
Aye.
So, did Dr. Sonia come in? No.
Aye.
Yeah, okay.
Aye.
Okay. So the vote is 7-0.
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0. The complaint proceeding the Board of Trustees is now concluded. The tape recorder may be turned off. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, the next items on the agenda, items to consider. The board will consider and may act on the following items under consent agenda. Any trustee may request the removal of an item from the consent agenda for individual consideration and action. Approval to commit general fund balance for foundation program allotment. Approval of supplemental budget amendment for the month of November 2020.
Do I need a motion on those?
Mhm.
Do I have a motion to for 1 and 2?
I so move. I
Okay,
second.
Dr. Trevino. Dr.
Was-
Trevino has did the
was Betty.
motion and seconded by, it was Betty?
Betty made the motion.
Okay, thank you. Seconded by?
Me, Petra Ramirez.
Thank you.
Next item, approval of bids, proposals. Oh, did
No, we didn't
Let
vote.
me get
We
the
don't
vote.
go ahead and
We hadn't
I need to
voted.
take a vote. Yes. Jerry Zamora,
Aye.
Betty Mendoza,
Aye.
Petra Ramirez,
Aye.
Charlie Garcia.
Aye.
Thank you. Patricia Olivares Ocaña. Dr. Trevino
Aye.
and myself. Motion carries 7-0. Next, Dr. Perez.
yes. Next items, approval of bids, proposals, and purchases of 50,000 and over. Mrs. Ruiz?
Yes, ma'am. This item should have been included with the consent, under the consent agenda. All of these items were reviewed last week at the board workshop, and the feedback that I was received from the board and the committee members were to place all of the items on consent agenda. If you want me to go one by one, I can do that as well.
Okay, or Mr. Henson? Can board as consent agenda, or do we need to go item one by one?
You can, well, it's up to the board president to recognize
Okay.
a particular agenda item. So
Okay.
Well, it was discussed last Wednesday, so everyone should know what we approved of. So I recommend that we do 1 through 16 as consent agenda also.
That's good. Okay.
Okay. I so move.
Do we need to have a motion for that?
Yes, ma'am. Patty Ocaña Olivares, I so move.
Dr. Trevino, I second.
The motion has been made by Patty, seconded by Dr. Trevino. Jerry Zamora, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Betty Mendoza,
Aye.
Petra Ramirez,
Aye.
Charlie Garcia,
Aye.
Patricia Ocaña Olivares,
Aye.
Dr. Trevino,
Aye.
myself, Minnie Rogers. Motion carries 7-0.
Before we go into executive session for consultation with our board attorney, we'd like to go into information. The board has the tax levy adjustments for the month of September 2020. They were also reviewed during board workshop committee meeting. You also have the financial reports for the month of August 2020 for general fund, debt service, self-funded health insurance fund as well. Is there anyone that would like more information on that? It was shared during the board workshop last week. Also, the first quarterly investment report, the cash disbursements for the month of August and September 2020. There was an update, a Hurricane Hannah insurance claim that we already received $100,000. There was also the task for purchasing award merit for our purchasing department, which we congratulated them last week. Also, the ESPO Meritus Budget Award for our finance, for our financial department, led by Ms. Reese for the 2021. And today, we congratulated both departments, and we purchased a meal for them, and they were very appreciative. So we wanted to thank them for the hard work and in keeping us all in compliance and the service. Child nutrition program, No Kid Hungry grant, and that was awarded to us, and we will be able to purchase some walk-in freezers for some of the campuses. The internal auditor's quarterly report was also reported for July 1st through September 30th. The annual report on the group self-funded health plan by Carlisle Insurance was reported with a good healthy fund balance. And status of the old agriculture farm, and that was talked about the fact that in 2018, there was a plan. However, it was never pursued. And the old farm is really unusable. And in 2018, the recommendation was to demolish it and make it a picnic area. Right now, it is a hazard. So the administration wants to fulfill the plan that the school board had since 2018. So most of the work can be done in-house. Also, and of course, you know, we've talked to Mr. Sergio Peña, you know, people that were part of that role, that had those roles and responsibilities. And yes, they attest that that is the intent. And right now, it has presented situations where some of those pens have been used by mistake and so forth. So we want to make sure also individuals would come and do electrical outlets and things like that without following the proper procedures and so forth. So it can really become a liability. So we need to make sure that we take care of that. We will be utilizing maintenance fund balance for that. Personnel, employments, resignations, transfers, and compensations. We don't have anything to share at this point. Important dates to remember. November 16 will be a special board meeting at 7:30 p.m. to canvass election votes. Okay, and it'll be at 7 p.m. at Veterans Memorial High School Auditorium. Okay, Ms. Gallardo, you will be sending a reminder on that. Okay, and the newly elected board members, Ms. Sylvia Cruz is sending information to them as well. Each board member that will be showing up will be allowed to bring 10 guests, which includes the judge that would be providing the oath, unless they choose to do it virtually. And all protocols and safety protocols would be followed. We've been working with Mr. Castañeda on that as well. December 9, we will have Board of Trustees workshop with all the committee meetings. The time will be announced. December 16, we will have our regular Board of Trustees meetings at 7 p.m. December 23rd, 2020 through January 3rd, we will have our winter break. All campuses, departments, and administration building office will be closed. Now, going back to November 25th through 27th, Thanksgiving holiday, all campus, department, and administration buildings will be closed. And the first 2 days, when we brought the calendar so that it would be revised, we stated that everybody would be working from home the first 2 days of the week, and then the other 3 days will be off. So those are work days, the 23rd and the 24th. So for our teaching staff, they will be working on curriculum and on planning. Our secretarial, our auxiliary staff, they are being given opportunities to either utilize comp time, occurred time, or any other days that they may have. And that was what was presented to the board and approved before the beginning of the year when we revised the calendar. Just wanted to remind everybody of that. And we're ready to go into executive session. And I'm going to need Ms. Garcia here.
Okay.
Okay.
We will now go into executive session. Private consultation with board attorney, Texas Government Code 551.071, deliberation regarding real property, closed meetings. A governmental body may conduct a closed meeting to deliberate the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property if deliberation in an open meeting would have a detrimental effect on the position of governmental bodies in negotiation with the third person. Texas Government Code 551.072. Deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, or to hear complaints or charges against an officer or employment. Texas Government Code 551.074. We are now in executive session, and it is 9:01 p.m.